What's poppin', guys? It's your boy TWT here, and we're back again with a recap of last night's or whatever the previous video. I was tired, I was exhausted, I had to get off the webcam, man. But let me recap what I finished yesterday off the camera. Recap that really quickly. So yeah, we updated the state here. So that's keeping the state status correctly. This is all working correctly. So that's all being updated in the state here. You feel me? You feel me? Oh, excuse me. That's not supposed to take a. I should probably edit that. It's not be able to take in letters for sure. Edit that real quick. That's the first thing that has been implemented. Let's open this. It's supposed to be showing the VS Code. Oh. I always gotta switch to the VS Code that's being used for some reason. There we go. Oh, alright. Go back to that later. So this is the entire file of all the stuffs, you know. Just markers, don't need that. So this is the process that we went through to actually update the state. We imported, what is this? React use form, where is that at? Right here. That's how we're using the form. We had to update all the components to actually use the form and update the state. Honestly, I've never even used the npm package. I've just been doing it manually with state. Yeah, pretty much the same to me, to be honest. Might have some better use cases, but this is pretty much it. I think I'm gonna make all the advanced fields into a mappable dynamic display. If I do that, we'll need the field value, the type of input it needs and stuff like that. But yeah, this is how we set this up. We have a controller which controls the state, and we updated the form state. So on submit, it actually submits. It's pretty much just the React use form. We also set this up last night. It's a way to basically set up a boundary to look for houses on. I'm not sure why it's disappearing when I apply. I'll have to fix that later. Yeah, so that's most of the changes that I went through last night. Afterwards, I think the first step we're going to do today is we're going to update these to only take in, radius, past days, and proxy. Radius, past days, proxy, and limit. Alrighty, let's start a new chat with our fine-tuned GPT. Let me turn on my AC too. It's really hot in here right now. I have so many of them. And I have to add the package JSON to the, since we're working on that now. I want to add this package JSON to my GPT so it has some kind of context about what we're using. So basically what I just did is open this file location of the package JSON. I'm uploading it to my knowledge base. Then I'm going to update it. Close this, close all the stuff that we're not using right now. Use multiple step form. Close to the right. Alright, so we're going to fix this so that it only accepts numbers. They're going to have to add a pattern to the input, you know, a regex pattern of numbers. So we're only updating it if it's a number. Let's check that out. Radius field. Alright, that's definitely not working. Let's try this different version. Alright, boom, that's working now. Perfect. I usually just use a Zod validation for this, to be honest. But this might be a simpler way to do that. I think we should allow decimals in this too, shouldn't we? 1.2 miles or something, you know? Doesn't have to be a whole number. Yeah, so we're just testing it with regex, to be honest. It doesn't work. Man, I feel like we should use Zod validation for this, because this is just a lot. One change, one blur. Let me check the Zod validation and see what map form schema. So I'm basically saying we want the past days to be up to 5 characters, and we want the radius to only be up to 6 characters with decimals. So let's update this. Yeah, so I think this is a lot better, a lot easier and more efficient and cleaner way to check the validation. So this is the way I normally do it. Now we're going to update this controller to use the Zod validation. Oh, give me 1 second. Radius. So we're already doing the Zod validation on submit, on blur, on change. Boom, that works for me. You know, OpenAI is really good at coming up with rejects, because I have no idea how to come up with those patterns. I have to use Stack Overflow or something. If you guys haven't, check out the recent video we did on the demise of Google and how they lost almost $1.4 billion last year off search. You know, this is why Google's losing, you know. On change. Let's see if this controller works the same. I want to use the Zod validation instead of rejects directly, because I don't want, you know, there's a saying in programming methodology called dry, do not repeat yourself. So I don't want to have to repeat the rejects, and plus it's ugly. Let's see. That does not work. Gotta stick with the rejects. All right. Now we're going to update this to only have 5 or 6 numeric values, because we don't want people to be able to submit SQL queries and stuff. So we want to be very intentional with the type of data we want coming in. Let's do this really quick. One, two, three, four, five. You know, it's 365 days. You know what I'm saying? In a year. If you have to do more than 365, then it's going to be 600, 1200. You know what I'm saying? The max value you can do is 1,000, in the thousands. You know, that's more than enough. It's like 10 years or something. Okay, that's fine with me. Date selector works amazing. Proxy and limit. Let's check the proxy. Update the Zod schema to match proxy output. Sorry if you guys can hear my AC. It is scorching here in Denver. I think I'm gonna run this out until around 3 p.m. my time. Get some lunch. Stop by one of the co-working spaces and talk to a couple people. Proxy. I don't think they're actually going to be needing to use that, to be honest. And Zod, you can put messages too, which is great. I think that'll just show once we try to submit and it's incorrect. Weird. Still not working. Doesn't have any rejects though. Wouldn't be able to allow HTTP and HTTPS in the proxy as well. Okay. Advanced proxy. So we have the front end checking for a valid input, and we have the back end checking when we submit. Probably have another check before it gets sent to the server as well, which is probably overkill, but HTTPS. That isn't allowing me to input anything. Max of 10,000. Okay. Okay, I see what's happening. Nope. It shouldn't allow any text to be input if it doesn't start with HTTP. Right now, it just deletes the text if it doesn't match that format, which will be confusing to the user. So if it matches this, it's good. HTTP, that's good. So we put that and it deletes it. That's not what we want. That'd be confusing. Might have to add an example on top as well. H. It's still not working. Try one more time. If not, we're gonna have to revert to the other one and just leave the example, leave the other one that was working, then just deleted it if it didn't match the format. No bueno. Let's go back to this one. Just go back to this one, and then we're gonna add example. Then we're gonna give it the code that's working. The more context we give it, the better it will be. And then next for the limit, we'll just do limit of 10,000. From 0 to 10,000 is a limit. Crazy. Text small, X small, make that smaller. Probably just add a margin to that, but let's try this one more time. What time is it? Almost 3 p.m. I'm gonna have to take a break, guys, soon, and then get some food, and I'll be back. I already do want to finish this though. Finish this out. What the heck, man? Ugh. Let's just go back. Go all the way back. We can just add. Let's see here. Add it to the placeholder. That'll work. Just add it to the placeholder here. Alrighty. Like I said, we're trying to ship this as fast as possible. Usually I spend all day on that. Make this a limit between 1 and 10,000. Finish this really quick. Then we'll come back and try to figure out why that draw is disappearing on apply. Val. It's saying string undefined. It's a TypeScript error. Did that. That should work. One in 10,000. So hungry. I'm so hungry, guys. It's lunchtime. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Gotta get these gains in, boy. What the bumba? That's insane. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Finish this one. Let me check the other validations while I'm here, while that's loading. Property list. Yeah, this is totally incorrect. Property type, that can be string, but these should be numbers. I guess it can be a string because 5 plus is there. Location, date, Boolean. Go back to number. Weird. So when I change the number, it doesn't work. Change it to text. It works. Weird. See if we can get that number back. In the meantime, I'm gonna update. Limit the characters on these to avoid injection attacks. Oh god. Alright, it's gonna be the last one, guys. I'm starving. It's the last stretch. Yeah, that's definitely not working with oh. So hungry. Almost done. Not that one. Alright, let's hopefully this Zod is updated. Max 10, max 3, that's all there. Alrighty, so let's push this and I'll be back. I can't even write the commit message, I'm so hungry. Alright guys, I'll be back. What's up guys? It's your boy TWT. We're back. And I did a little bit of work off camera, eating my food and getting some tunes in. I can't listen to music and stuff. What type of music do you guys like? I love house music while I'm working. Specifically my piano. It's like check it out. It's hard to explain. It's like an African house type of techno music. It's pretty cool. So yeah, guys. Let's go over what we completed. We actually finished these up so they don't only accept the correct values. You know, some date selector right here. Okay. Okay. HTTP. Let's check all this out. / That works. Yep, that works. I think we need to limit the number of characters. I don't know if we can limit that because the URLs, especially proskies, are sometimes really long. Really long. Number between 1 and 10,000. This works amazingly. Boom, 10,000. Let's try. That does not work the best. 2,000. Let's try 9,000. Okay, that makes sense. So the only number that it allows. No. That works perfectly. So the only digits it allows with 5. What is that? Yeah, five points. It's 10,000. So that works perfectly. All this works perfectly. One second, guys. My AC. I might have to move my desk. Do some standing. Might have to move my desk because the AC is right next to my standing desk. Stop that right there. So yeah, that's right next to my standing desk, so I'm gonna have to move that because it's really annoying and I don't want to be hot either. So gotta turn it off so you guys can hear me. Let's check out this code. You know, go over how this works. We're using regex, which basically checks the value against a pattern and see if it fits those patterns. We're only doing that for the inputs. I think we should do it for this address input as well. Where is that? Location right here. We have no regex checking for that. Yeah, I think we should do that. While we're here, not try to. We're supposed to be moving quickly, so I don't want to explain too much, guys. If you have questions, GPT not accessible. If you have questions, drop them in the comment section. I'll be sure to answer them. Join the Discord, projectskipme/discord, and drop your questions in there. But other than that, how's you guys' day been going? Hope you guys have been very productive. So yeah, let's set up a on change function for this. Let's look at what it accepts: zip codes, state, neighborhoods, or full address. With regex, let's find the property map. Did I close it? Ugh. It's already getting hot. Property list, location. Just updates this entire thing. Update the location in Zod to only set these values. Boom. Okay. What else do we need? Let's provide an example. Let's provide an example of rejects so they can know. Okay, let's go back up. Wait for the output. Location is required. Oh, the rejects for that is very long. Go down here, Zod. It's saying undefined, saying Zod string is deprecated. Usually gives us what it should be replaced with Zod. No empty. Use Z string dot zero man instead. This is the replacement we should use. So yeah, guys, just been working, trying to finish this up for the day. I gotta study for an interview for a position as well. It just said no empty is deprecated. You know, if you guys are working on projects, drop them in below. Okay. Now let's go test this on the front end. Yeah, that does not seem to be working correctly. That is a state. So let's go back here. Sorry about that. Prevent. So instead of checking for all that stuff, it'll take us forever. This is prevent SQL injections. And other security features instead. Excuse me. Okay. That works fine. I'm actually going to create a hook. I'm going to create a hook that checks for that so I can just reuse it. If you don't know, a React hook is a reusable set of functions that you can use inside of a React component. just want to use it to be able to validate a field, not the entire component. Handle change. Um, so instead of a hook, we're just managing a state within React form hook, so we don't need to use that. Let's just create a utility function, to be honest. Utility. So right here we're changing. Alrighty guys, freaking audio cut out again. I had to change my key bindings, to be honest. Um, I had to change them, to be honest. So basically what I did was I was getting this error message from pressing these buttons here. So I had to add a prevent default to prevent the form from being submitted. As well as I didn't create a hook. I used just a utility function to check for to check for SQL injections in the form. Nice, that's working pretty good. Oh, I guess that's from when it's submitted. Need to add a clear button to that as well at some point. But yeah, like I said, we're trying to get to the market as fast as possible. So I'm gonna continue. But basically, I was having issues with this right here, where this would I would click apply and the boundary would disappear. So what I did was I went here and updated the handle apply, set boundary apply to true, and set shape drawn to false, and that works perfectly. Click that and it disappears. Boom. So that's one of the fixes I did. So instead of having the error show on the bottom of here, I'm just gonna have a toast notification down here to show all the errors like I usually do in my applications. Start drawing. Need to have a cancel button as well. Okay, I think I'm gonna start making a list of the edge cases that I need to fix. So yeah, that's mostly what I've been working on. I've also built out this properties page. So it lists out the properties from the results. It gives you how broad or how specific your search is. Create a list from it. That's annoying. I gotta add prevent default to all these buttons. Show you guys how this works. Property leads, maps, property. It's not what I need. Properties list. Okay, so this is the list component that we made. Use effect, gets the properties. Sets sets how specific or broad that is. Use effect to, this was to use to open and close the panel, but we're not using that anymore, to be honest. I'm just gonna use it to close it and open it, I guess. I'm gonna have a separate button to show results, I guess, at a different date. Toggle panel, start resizing. This is how we're resizing this. We're lazy loading these properties. Use effect. We're checking if where the person that scrolled to load more properties there. And the entire container is a card. I had to remove the rounded none with this class right here. Progress. Create list. That doesn't do anything right now. I'm not even sure why it's submitting. There's no function being called. Visible properties. And we show this loader when it's loading. This is the property card. This is basically a card with a carousel image with this information on each one. Pretty straightforward. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Also join the Discord and you can ask questions there as well. So literally every button I press is gonna submit that. That's annoying. Carousel next. Let's see if we can fix that really quick. Where is the map? You guys aren't getting my environment variables, I'll tell you that. So let's prevent default. Prevent default. Last time when I tried this, the images didn't even submit. Let me try, yeah, same thing's happening. So that's, gotta edit that out. Page.tsx. I'm probably just gonna change the environment variables anyway after I finish this video. Gonna do that for every series. Page. Annoying. Okay. See how we can stop this from submitting every time we press a button. We might need to add that. So it's saying here that we need to use type button on non-submit buttons. Let me see, property list, property card. Okay. Hopefully that works, because that would be a very great solution. Oh, that worked pretty well. So we just need to add type button to the buttons that we don't want to submit. Thank God, create list. What de bomba? Create list. Okay, yeah, that works perfectly. All right, so that's what we're gonna do from now on. So yeah, this is working perfectly. So I set up the property cars, the property displays, page.tsx, property page. Mm, Close this because I can't find what I'm looking for. Maps, properties. Property list. So this is the property card. Let's add a hover. Hover effect to that. Yeah, that'll work. And then also, let me see here. Also got a response from our API. This response is from our API, and I got the actual attributes that we'll be using. They don't have IDs, unfortunately, so I might have to assign IDs to them, to each property. So we're going to use UUID to assign these properties, to assign IDs to these properties so we can use our page. And I think I'm going to create a new README to add notes to. What the heck? Updated README. So to do, what do we need to do? Let me go try to remember. Catalog drawing. Add closing and splits, a listing accordion. That might be a problem. I think I don't want to save this over here. Oh god. So I don't want the entire thing to change opacity because the buttons will change. Properties, property card. Actually, so they're changing opacity. Let's do border. How do I update the border and tailwind? Look that up. need like a bright color, maybe like orange. So when we're in dark mode, it shows that border orange when we're hovering over it. Let's do amber, actually. See how that looks. This looks better. Check it on light mode. That works fine. And then I think we should center this text, to be honest, really quick. My bad. Carousel content. Card content. All right. We've got our properties, property list. Import UUID. Detail properties. Let's change this to fetched, and the new one, detail property saved. I guess we can just override it. Okay, that works. Alright, so when we click the title, we want to go come on guys, we got this. Okay. Sometimes difficult to find the card. There we go. Change that into a link. Import that from next link. Property details. I gotta add that. To the type. Let's go here. So there's an error. XP PS5 undefined. That looks to be working well. Okay. Yeah. So we just fixed that, and now we're going to the property. This is the property page I was working on. I'm gonna go over that in 1 second after I commit this. check and see if my audio is on. Oops. Okay. Don't know why that changed red really that fast. Really quickly. Property details. So yeah, guys. Other than that, I started working on this page, the property detail page. Date selector. I don't know if we're gonna have to have form state. Just probably two different states for the date and the status. This is really big for no reason too. Let's go ahead and fix that. Loki want to close all these. Property map, properties. Property header. That is unnecessarily large. I overwrote my other keyboard shortcut. So just do it like that. We also need to take in prompts. Set date and set status. So update this header really quick. This is using an animation from Lottie files. I'll go over that as well. Let me just update this header really quick. I wonder if we have Lucid icons installed. Check package.json. Yep, Lucid. Whoa, what just happened? Alright, okay. This might be causing the width to be extra long for no reason. There we go. So we don't have to use the freaking AI for everything, guys, as you can see. Ugh. Last name, put the icon there. Margin horizontal. Let's make that like 2 or 3. Nothing too big. Don't want right next to each other though. Uh, 2 is fine. Just an update fast enough for me. Just do more margin right. Lead activity status. Copy plus. There you go. It's fine. Activity. Checking to see if status is true. If it is, we return status. If not, we just status here. I don't like how that's fixed with either. That's ugly. Check my audio's on. All right, that's good for me. Good with me right now. So then we just have to pass in the state and the set state functions for these two. Okay. Gotta add the modals here for that. So yeah, right here. We use another. I hate when that happens. I don't know why it does that now. Usually just goes into the Google map. Huh. Oh, well, I don't know if it's double clicking or what. I don't know what's going on. But here's a Google Map component that we set up. That is not the Google Map component that we set up. This is the Google Map component that we set up. This is the card that's on top of the house. And this is how we use Lottie files. I just downloaded it from Lottie.com, installed the package, and I'm just using it right here. That's how this house is constantly animating. And we have a satellite view of the house. We can close that and open it because we're using the maps info window. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Tomorrow we're going to continue building this out. It might take a minute, to be honest. But yeah, that's it for today. I got to get started preparing for an interview. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow or whenever I upload the next video, and we'll continue off with this page. Let me know if you guys saw any edge cases or have any questions. Drop them down below. Until next time, stay TWT. Talk to you guys later.
No way.